Hello, welcome to Anna's channel. Okay, right now we will talking about blockchains. What is it and why it doesn't matter? Okay, let's discuss about it. You have almost certainly heard the term blockchain, but you probably have no idea what is it or how it works. Let alone it's gathered so much hype. That's okay. Most people don't. That has not kept it from become a buzzword thrown around in almost every industry, from finance to shipping to fancy football. All these companies like Amazon, Facebook, Walmart believe blockchain technology can track shipments, store and data more efficiently. Among other things, they are not alone in embracing the technology, which many people believe could revolutionize logistics, food safety, banking, and even voting. But for exoteric technology developed by the enigmatic figure who create Bitcoin, of course, no one of that answer your question. What is blockchain? Okay, a blockchain is essentially an immutable public digital ledger. Once someone enters a transaction, it cannot easily be changed, and an analogy might help explain how it works. Think back to when people use a checkbook register to keep track of purchase and payment. How extrapolate that to include countless transactions by a million people, and imagine that copies of the register are held by thousands of computers. Its computer verified by a transaction before it can be noted in the register. Once verified a transaction is written in payment ink, the register records transaction of a set period of time, which can be as little as 10 minutes. Once the register is filed, is it stapled shut and labeled with a unique alphanumeric space at the that identifies it. A new register is then started put on the first. Eventually, you will update the change of register. That's essentially what a blockchain is. The fact that these registers are stored on many computers make them essentially uncheckable and unhackable. To continue with the analogy, you have two blockchains, unlike very checkbook, until you got the one containing the transaction you want to change before making a revision, and you have to repeat this process for every copy of the register. You could not do it without the bank notice. The biggest advance to public blockchain is that the information can really be changed once it's been logged. There's a payment record, and because the ledger is held by many entities, it's nearly impossible to hack. The entries also mute using pseudonymism to there is a certain degree of the privacy, and one person will full authority over the ledger. That makes blockchain ideal for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and great many other things. Although people disagree about how effective it will be for certain application. This is a little history about blockchains. The personal people behind the technology, which was create an analog side Bitcoin, goes by the President Satoshi Nakamoto. Nakamoto, an enigmatic figure who has provided all but impossible to definitely identify what a decentralized permanent and public link of the recording, the create, the distribution of every Bitcoin. Today, blockchains underpin increasing number of cryptocurrencies. So far, people have mined more than 18 million of the 21 million Bitcoin that will every one of them, and any transaction using them has been recorded on a blockchain. That gives you a sense of the volume of data and the technology can handle. Although Nakamoto designed blockchains as a public ledger, it was long before permission-based blockchains controlled by gift company or crowd operators. They don't offer the same level of immutability because they are held on a far smaller number of computers, and that's the type. The thinking behind them is new. Permission-based blockchains are 20 years old. Its idea, said Nicholas Wither, a senior researcher at the International Computer Science Institute. Whenever someone says private blockchain, just mentally replace that with a Google Doc, and that can only be updated. Companies are using blockchains to do a verify of things such as manage pharmaceutical information, track variant shipment, and trace the origin of food. It's also thought the ability of blockchains to keep a complete record of data in a system can't be easily changed. Still, some people question the utility of the underlying technology. Sure, it is great for cryptocurrencies, but critics scoff at the idea that it's going to revolutionize anything. Someone who says blockchains can be used to solve a problem X doesn't understand problem X. Weaver said the popular example of using a blockchain to track the product and distribution of food. Advocates said it will improve safety and make it easier to identify the origin of a salmonella outbreak. It would be far easier to use RFID chips or QR codes, he said. Such technology provides a more reliable record because it does not require a person to manually record the data on the ledger, and a process that invariably introduces human error. But Catherine Tracker, a professor at the MIT Sloan School of Management, sees tremendous potential in blockchain technology. She says blockchains being most useful for managing digital currencies and tracking health in insurance data. I think we can all agree that the way we store and record data has not transformed in the same way that's other aspect of our use of digital data has, he said. It makes a lot of sense to identify better technology for recording data and ensuring its integrity. Tracker said the important thing for early adopters of blockchain technology to remember is that the technology is evolving and companies shouldn't embrace it just for the sake of embracing it. Instead, they talk to make sure they genuinely need to teach, and once they have adopted it, make sure they adapt to change as it so say. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and let's discuss in commentary column. Thank you and bye bye.